Deepak Sharma has carved a unique space in the aviation world as the CEO and founder of Aircraft Finance Lease Limited, AFL. Based in London, he started the company in 2019 and has turned it into a lifeline for aircraft and engine lessors, offering solutions that fit like a glove. With more than 20 years of navigating the ups and downs of aviation, Sharma brings a rare mix of hands-on engineering and sharp business leadership. His steady hand has made Deepak Sharma AFL a trusted name in a field where trust is everything. A fundamental strategy that I have adopted at AFL entails the development of innovative, customized aviation finance solutions specifically tailored to meet the unique needs of our clients, he says. That's not just a sales pitch, it's how he's grown AFL into a leader. By digging into what clients really need, he's built partnerships that stick, proving there's power in listening before acting. His career reads like a roadmap of aviation's toughest corners. Before AFL, he was president of Integrated Solutions at a global aviation services outfit. Earlier, as chief technical officer at AJW Group, he took on projects that rewrote the playbook for efficiency. He also worked with UK International Airlines, where he served as the director of the engineering department. Sharma's not just a doer, he's also a thinker. With a degree in aircraft engineering and an EASA license spanning multiple categories, he's got the credentials to match his experience. Add in advanced studies in contract law and business administration and you've got a leader who sees all the angles. Named a Fellow of the Royal Aeronautical Society, he's earned his stripes as a voice shaping aviation's future. Through Deepak Sharma's Aircraft Finance Lease, he's proving that vision pays off. Deepak Sharma launches a vision. Sharma's love for aviation started young, sparked by a fascination with how machines conquer the sky. At British Aerospace, he got his hands dirty, learning the mechanics that keep planes aloft. Drawing upon my experience in engineering and operations, I prioritize the assessment of risks and opportunities from multiple perspectives prior to reaching a conclusion, he says. When I ultimately arrive at a decision, it is made with careful consideration and thoughtfulness balanced. That time wasn't glamorous, but it built the foundation for everything that followed and taught him the nuts and bolts he'd later turn into big-picture success. Brahman Airways engineering came next, a stint under British Airways' wing that taught him to think beyond the hangar. He tackled operational puzzles, figuring out how to keep flights on schedule while meeting strict safety rules. It was a crash course in juggling priorities, one he'd lean on later. By the time he landed at UK International Airlines, Sharma was ready to lead. Building an engineering arm from scratch meant hiring talent, setting up systems, and convincing regulators he had it under control. He did, and that certificate of recognition hangs as proof, a quiet nod to a loud achievement. The jump to AJW Group tested him in new ways. As chief technical officer, he wasn't just fixing planes, he was fixing processes. He streamlined how the company managed assets, cutting waste and boosting returns. That role sharpened his knack for spotting opportunities others missed, a skill he'd carried to AFL. Building bonds that last. Sharma knows deals don't close on numbers alone but also on trust. I firmly believe in the importance of creating and maintaining professional relationships that promote trust, openness, and mutual respect, he says. At AFL, that's the glue holding everything together. Deepak Sharma AFL has successfully fostered a team that speaks straight and listens hard, whether they're talking to each other or to clients across continents. That philosophy extends to the lenders and lessors who keep AFL humming. We have cultivated trusted relationships, thereby ensuring sustained business growth, he says. On the negotiation table, Sharma's the guy who doesn't just push his terms but asks what the other side needs. It's old-school relationship building in a high-tech world, and it's why Deepak Sharma Aircraft Finance Lease has partners who stick around. His office isn't stacked with contracts, it's stacked with handshakes that turned into long-term deals. Learning is a lifelong thing for Sharma. I do not wish to remain stagnant in my knowledge, he says. He's diving into training on aviation finance trends, asset management shifts, and the latest regulatory twists. He's not guessing what's next, he's studying it, from new leasing models to sustainability rules. That hunger keeps him sharp and keeps AFL ahead, a step beyond where competitors settle. Decisions in the fast lane. Aviation finance moves fast, and Sharma keeps up. In the rapidly evolving field of aviation finance, the leadership quality of decisiveness is imperative, he says. He doesn't rush, though, rather, he weighs every angle, pulling from his engineering days to map risks and rewards. When he picks a path, it's with a calm certainty that steadies Deepak Sharma AFL through stormy markets. Clients notice that his calls don't waver even when the stakes climb. Tough talks don't rattle him, either. My go-to method is a trifecta of empathy, active listening, and collaborative problem-solving, he says. He gets that everyone's under pressure, so he doesn't dodge the tension, he works through it. That approach has turned plenty of headaches into handshakes. He's selective about where he digs in. Understanding when to dive into something and when to hand it off to someone else is a pretty key skill, he says. Strategic moves, like charting AFL's next expansion, get his full focus. As for routine tasks, he hands them off, trusting his team to own them. It's a balance that keeps him free to think big while his staff grows into their own. Back at AJW, he once spent weeks entangling a supply chain mess himself, but now he'd coach someone else through it. This is proof that he's learned to let go without losing control. Deepak Sharma builds a team that soars. Sharma's not a solo act, he builds winners. Motivating my team requires the creation of an ambitious, supportive atmosphere where every member of the team feels included and proud of the work he or she does, he says. He's big on shouting out victories, from nailing a tricky lease to hitting a quarterly target. He doesn't just lead, he celebrates. Mentorship's in his blood. He recalled a moment from his Virginia Tech days, helping an introverted colleague prep for a seminar. In helping him live up to his potential, I was definitely allowing my potential to shine as a mentor, Sharma says. That instinct carries over to AFL, where he guides his team through challenges with patience and insight. He sees their growth as part of his own, a cycle of lifting each other up that strengthens the whole operation. Goals at AFL aren't vague promises. I employ goal setting that is not just structured and clear but also easily measurable, he says. Weekly reviews keep everyone on track. If a target slips, it adjusts fast, no finger pointing. It's a system that's less about blame and more about results, driving Deepak Sharma Aircraft Finance Lease to hit marks others only aim for. Last quarter, they beat a revenue goal by 10%. It wasn't luck, just math and hustle. Roots of a bold legacy. Sharma doesn't compromise on what matters. Integrity, accountability, and innovation are what this board requires of its financial leaders, he says, and he lives it daily, pushing AFL to stay ethical while chasing bold ideas. Anything else we consider a failure, he adds. Trust isn't a buzzword, it's the currency he trades in, earning respect from clients and peers alike. That's the bedrock of Deepak Sharma AFL's reputation. His career's a string of moments where grit met opportunity. Launching UK International's engineering wing meant sleepless nights and endless checklists, but he made it fly. At AJW, he once reworked a leasing deal that saved a client millions, a quiet win that spread by word of mouth. I encourage my team to be innovative, take risks, and think big, he says while summing up his drive. Through Deepak Sharma's aircraft finance lease, he's not just running a company but also rewriting how aviation gets funded, one calculated leap at a time.